My name is Martine Rothblatt, and I've had the great honor and privilege to be friends with Tom and Joy Starzl for just the last decade or so of Tom's life. I met Tom at a dinner of his much-beloved American Philosophical Society. I was seated at a table according to nameplates, and after a few moments I turned to my left, and there was the famous Tom Starzl sitting right next to me. I pinched myself, I gasped my breath. I had just completed, only 3 years earlier, my PhD dissertation on the topic of organ transplantation, and specifically transplanting animal organs to create an unlimited supply of organs. The name in the index of my thesis that had the most pages after it, like every odd and even number, was Dr. Starzl's. Hundreds of publications and leading work. And here I was seated next to the father of organ transplantation. I couldn't believe my good fortune. So as Tom and I began talking, and my lovely wife Bina was seated to my right, I mentioned to him, he said, well, how did you happen to be here and what are you working on? And I told him, and he was decades ahead of me. He said, I've been thinking about this issue for many years. And at that dinner, he laid out a detailed plan on how to proceed with genetically modifying the organs of the pig so that they could create an unlimited supply of organ transplantation, so that the miracle of human health that Tom delivered to those on the waiting list could be extended to everybody on and off the waiting list. So I took as many mental notes as I could. In the following 10 years, I have followed Tom's program to the letter. You know, I feel Tom's presence right here, right now. I feel him in my heart. I feel him as a spiritual presence right in the middle of the room. And I feel and I see his face, and he has that look on his lips, which is not a smile, but a well done, job well done, a slight nod and a slight well done. And I believe that's how he feels about this beautiful ceremony that the family has organized for Tom, the presence of so many important people, to the state of Pennsylvania, the city of Pittsburgh, the medical system here at Pitt, his family, his friends, his patients, his colleagues in the medical profession. Tom is just nodding, saying, thank you, well done. And I would like to conclude by saying that Tom will live with me and with all of the thousands of patients whose lives we will save by creating an unlimited supply of organ transplantation. We are the thousands and thousands and ultimately millions of apples and fruit that are born from the seeds of Tom Starzl.